Hey guys, Miss Yeager here. Yesterday, all you had to do was tell me which problems you wanted me to work out. Um, this was the list of things I had assigned you from last Monday through um, this Monday. And no one had asked me questions about these two, SP4 and SP6. These are both one-step equations. SP8 SP1, numbers 1 through 8 at the bottom. Those were all the writing algebraic expressions. I did post the answers to those, so make sure you check those. SP8, I did have a couple questions about, and then SP10, I had one question on. So we're going to start with SP8. Okay, so SP8 was the did you hear about two-step equation page. So let's just do like number 8. This is SP8. Okay, so negative W over 6. Okay, so remember when you're doing these, the first thing you want to do is draw your line down an equal sign. Once I do that, I determine what side, on the left side or on the right side, is my variable. My variable is my letter, it's right here. Okay, so this is what I need to get to last. So my positive 9, the opposite of plus 9 is minus 9. And remember, if I do it to the left side, because that's what I want to cancel, I have to do it to the right side. So I bring down the part I didn't touch. 2 minus 9 is negative 7. Okay, then this is the tricky part. This negative, it can be up top, it can be in front, it can be below. So what I did was I moved this, and I put it down here with the 6 so I could get rid of it all at once. Because I can't have a negative with this W. So I said this is W divided by negative 6. So I have to multiply by negative 6 on the left to get rid of that, which means I have to also do it on the right side. So W is going to equal 42. And that's exactly what I got, the word heat. So W equals 42. Okay, some of the more tricky ones again, we're still on the SP8. Okay, the more tricky ones were the word problems at the bottom. So let me there we go. Okay, so were the word problems at the bottom because you had to not only find what the letter was asking, you had to actually write the equation. So 5 more than twice a number is 13. Remember the word is means equal. So let's just do that one. So 13. So 5 more than twice a number is 13. So I knew it had to equal 13. So that's the first part I wrote down because I had to equal 13. And I know it had a 5 in it. More than means addition. Twice a number is going to be 2x. So more than is addition. And you could have either written it as a 5 first and then a 2x, or a 2x then a 5. Whenever it says more than or less than, I always put that second. 2x. Because you have 2x and this would be 5 more. My cat is on my papers, y'all. Give me 1 second. He's trying to eat my papers. Okay, so this was your first step for number 13, was writing the equation. Then you had to actually solve it. So again, two-step equation. Draw your line down your equal sign. Again, my x is on the left. It was on the left for most of these up here. I'm going to go back and work number 9 for y'all too. Okay, so draw your line. Then remember, this is what I want. Whatever is with the x, okay? Whatever's with the x in front of it or below it, like above, has to go last. Okay, so I'm going to put last. Okay, so that's what we're going to last, which means I have to get rid of the 5 first. It's positive, so I subtract. So my 2x comes down. So 2x is going to equal, oh, well, I forgot my negative. That's a negative 13. Negative. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's a negative 18. And then the 2x and the x, the 2 and the x right next to each other, which means they're multiplied. This is the only operation that doesn't put a sign when you use the letter. Okay, if you think about it, if it's addition, it'd be 2 plus x. If it's subtraction, it'd be 2 minus x. If it was division, it'd be 2 divided by x. But multiplication is 2x. Okay, so multiplication is the only one that does not put a sign in between. Okay, so just remember that. So 2x, which means I have to divide by 2. And remember, we're using the fraction bar to divide. We are no longer using our division symbol. Okay, we hardly ever use that anymore. So they're divided, so x would equal negative 9. Give you a second. And I'll drink some coffee. All right, and the last one I'm going to do here is, let's see. I like 9 better than 11. 11 just looks weird because they put the D on the right side instead of the left. But I like number 9 because there's a negative with that 3x. So I'm doing number 9 up top. Okay, so number 9 is 8 minus 3x equals 128. All right, so your first step, draw your line. Okay, then remember, the part with the x has to go last. This whole part right here, that's all with the x. This negative is also with that x. Okay, I need to get rid of that 8 right there. And you have to look at the sign in front of it. It's always the sign in front. So like right here, there's 128. There's no sign in front, which means it's positive. 3x is negative. 8 is positive. 8 is positive. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So minus 8 minus 8. So negative 3x equals 120. Again, the negative 3 and the x, what operation is it? You should have told yourself multiplication. So I have to divide by negative 3 on both sides. So since he's a negative 3, he's negative for his whole life. Okay, so the negative has to go with him. So x equals negative 40. Okay, so this is SP8. Okay, I will also work, SP10 was the other one you had to do, so that was yesterday's. Okay, so SP10s we had to do the other day. Up top was evaluate, which means take out the letter and put in the number, and below was just compute. So I want you to try to do it on your own, but you could have also used a calculator for the bottom part. Okay, the top part. Shelby has asked for SP10 number 7. Number 7. Here's number 7. Okay, I will post this answer key later. Well, I say later, but I'm making the video this morning, y'all, so you'll be able to check your answers for this. I keep forgetting you're not here. So SP10, number 7. So y plus z all over x. All right, and it tells us above x is 6, y is -4, and z is 10. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my fraction bar. I know there's 2 numbers added together on the top, and there's 1 number on the bottom. So I'm going to put the x on the bottom, just to get it over with. My y is -4, plus z will be plus 10. So -4 plus 10, that is going to equal a positive 6 over, bring over my 6, which is then going to equal 1. And my final answer for number 7 should have been 1. Okay, remember when you're doing stuff like this, you think about it as the bigger minus the smaller. So 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay, let's see. Another one I'm going to do. Let's do number 4. 4 looks good. 3yz minus 40. Okay, so remember, these right here have no symbols in between. There's not an addition sign. There's not a subtraction sign right here in between these. There is not a division sign. Okay, so there's no sign, which means they're all multiplied. So I put little dots there. So I know. Okay, so this is 3 times, what's my y? -4 times z is 10. Then you're going to subtract 40. Okay, so remember PEMDAS? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Oh, can't do that. Okay, parentheses come first, exponents, multiply and divide. Remember, multiply and divide go together, and add, subtract go together. So here, all of this is being multiplied. Okay, so this is what we're doing first. So if you want to, you can use a calculator, but you don't have to. 3 times -4 is -12 times 10. The trick with tens, remember, is you just do -12 times 1. Okay, that is -12. So that's -12, and then there's 1 0. Do you all remember what that's called? Starts with a T. Did y'all say trailing 0? If you did, you're right. Okay, so it's -120, then minus 40. So you should get a -160. Okay, and last but not least, I'll do one more from the bottom. So I think, if I remember correctly, Andrew had asked about, I want to say it was 21 or 22 yesterday. Which one was it? It was cubed. No, 20. Okay, so 20. Remember, cubed means you're writing whatever this is. There we go. You're writing whatever that is 3 times. So that's actually -4, -4, -4. Okay, if you're using your calculator, you can just type that in. But -4 times -4, we're going to do it by hand. Negative times a negative is a positive, and that's a 16. 16 times -4 is, sorry, all my brain right now, 16 times 64. So that would be equal to a -64. Okay, another one was number 21. Okay, number 21, you do 72 divided by 8 and then 56 divided by 7. Let me pause this real quick because I'm going to run out of time. Let me get my calculator. Hang on. Okay, hey y'all, I'm back. So -72 divided by 8 is a -9 plus -56 divided by 7 is a -8. When you're adding 2 negatives, they stay negative. So this is going to be a -17. Okay, that's all I have time for questions. My video is going to run out. Love you guys and miss you guys and hope this helped.